Right, like
20 minutes. We were 36 the other day.
How much further back does it need to go?
Just a tiny bit.
we haven't got
I don't
time.
think we should.
Yeah,
I think you guys
like
got
that,
it
and then
smaller.
twist. Yeah, and then twist it around at the top.
You're right on the edge there.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, well, it won't be if
That's
it's
done it. Looks alright, doesn't it?
Wouldn't be LDO if it didn't fall over.
Oh, left a bit.
Oh no!
I think we're live already, left.
Show him there. Are we live?
Yeah, that'll do. That'll do. We can squeeze
gonna
up.
make a brew.
Where's the
Oh, yeah.
Probably needs a tea trolley
Oh, we are live.
across in front of you while you're live. You are live.
We are live on the interwebs.
Hey! On location.
Is anybody watching?
Right, mute that.
Yeah.
Hey me, it's him!
Great, my arse has just been shown to 15,000 people online.
If only we had those kind of subscribers.
15. 15.
Yeah.
Including the people in this room.
Yeah.
25 lads, calm down.
How do we know if the audience?
Sometimes, as I say, Hackaday gets silly numbers of readers, and other times it's like...
Someone
There we
said no sound, but
No
I've got sound
sound?
coming through my phone, so we have got sound.
We have definitely got sound, so
Yeah, there you go.
right, just to prove
we
it.
can hear it through there. Point it that way.
That's it.
We definitely have sound. There's the sound of my phone.
Right, there we go. So,
Hello and welcome to another fantastic Thursday. As always, we are 24 minutes late. We might as well have just rounded it up to 1:30 and done half a show. Poor Frank, you're very stressed out. How many cameras? 3?
gone through, this is the third one. First one worked fine from when we got here till we were just going live, and then the battery died. And I couldn't find the other batteries. They're probably in a pile somewhere over there.
Or
The network one just didn't want to work. So now, thank you, Gav, for lending us your webcam.
Gav, do you want to stick your head in and say hello? Come here. Come on, Gav. You're not that bad looking.
Better than you.
Oh, thanks.
Evening.
Well, you didn't get on there, but
Didn't even.
No, he
Yeah,
did.
you
That's
get on
amazing.
my hand bit
Oh,
on there at
yeah.
least.
Good enough.
There we go.
Yeah, you got a hand.
yeah.
We are at the Makerspace in Milton Keynes.
The MK Makerspace, yeah. Thank you very much for having us here.
Yep.
We've been here bumming around all afternoon with a load of tiny whoops and all
Not
sorts
so
of
tiny
things.
whoops.
Yeah. When they realised that their organised electronics had been blown around by Tony's not so tiny whoop, I'm sure we won't be allowed back.
Do you want to go grab the cine whoop you were flying around here?
I can show you.
Oh, we've got a little crawler.
Someone
doing down
grab
there.
her.
There's a crawler on the floor.
There's just
There you go.
FPV
Just so you
going
know
on
what we're
everywhere.
looking at, that's just kind of trundling along.
Hang on.
Say hello. Wave.
Oh. It's gonna,
Sorry, what did you want?
Oh, it's got sounds on it.
yeah, man, it's legit. Go. Hang on, let's try and budge it up next to you
I don't
so
think.
I can crawl over.
It's crawling on me.
That's what they do.
It's like Jack in car form.
Yeah. So
Left a bit. Left a bit. That's it. Power. Oh no. Okay, you can go back on the floor. I feel violated enough on this show without RC getting involved with it.
Yeah.
So to kind of give a bit of background on why we're here, what's going on. So a few months ago, Curry Kitten, who couldn't make it today because
I know the name.
He's on some holidays.
Seen him before somewhere.
Ninth
Who are
holiday of
you?
the year.
He was building his own little sim for fun, because as you do, and he accidentally made a building that didn't have any gravity and was just bouncing off into space, and that was great fun. And I have, for ages since before Mini Air Show, wanted to have some team sports using
No gravity.
well, yeah, basically kind of Rocket League kind of stuff, but with whoops. And Curry Kitten's kind of happy bug on his sim maybe want to try that out again. So I thought that'd be a good excuse to get the LDO team all in one place and get some patrons along and kind of make a day of it. So me and Jack were hunting around for ages and ages and ages, trying to find some village hall, some gym room, some anything we could get hold of on a Thursday afternoon / evening and try some ideas out. And we were struggling for a long time. And then luckily, about a month ago, I saw one of Jenny's articles in Hackaday, which mentioned that she was part of the Milton Keynes Makerspace. So I thought, well, maybe Jenny knows somewhere we could maybe have a go. And it turns out, here we are.
Higher and higher, isn't it?
He gets excited when he talks about Jen.
And so here we are. We have taken over the place. I would
Wrecked
turn
it.
the camera around, but I don't want to touch anything camera related at the moment.
Yeah.
But we
It
should
looks-
take a picture of the camera because there's so many things coming up.
It literally looks like something out of 50 Shades of Grey.
Have we got a mirror? Yeah, that would be a good idea.
Yeah.
There must be a mirror around here. There's everything else.
Yeah, I
We all carry mirrors.
That little budgie.
So yeah, we've taken over the space up here, which is the makerspace. We've also been flying out in the men's shed downstairs, which is a massive workshop full of like bandsaws and everything, just like
All the toys.
yeah, all the
I
toys.
cleaned the shelves for them, the top
You
shelf.
did.
Yeah, with your flying render. Yeah, and we've had a go at some team sports. We've got some helium balloons. There's one
We had some
stuck up there.
helium balloons, NJ.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and Jay's really good at popping them. It turns out.
I thought that was the point of the game.
Should-
Whoever pops the balloon with their drone.
Well, you won.
Shall I introduce people and then
Oh,
yeah,
God,
and
we've
then
done that.
disclaimer?
Where's
oh,
that?
there's like a disclaimer and stuff.
Oh,
as well.
yeah.
Curry normally reads the
Where's-
display.
I know, yeah. Well, without him, we are lost. Hello, and you're listening to. You're joined by Andrew / Frank,
Hello.
Andy RC,
How do?
my little wife.
Bonjour.
I'm Bright Till I Fly, and this is the sexiest man alive, NJ.
Lord. Hello.
He loves going on.
There we go. There's a helium.
Why
balloon.
have you not been on for a while? Is
I've
it
been working. Doing
He has
work
been
stuff.
working.
so?
I have been working.
I went to see him working.
Yeah.
I proof.
This is busy
See,
working,
we work,
Yeah.
and this is I hate Jack. Right, so that's 0. That's
I
we adjust them.
You're loved and hated in equal measure.
And
You just
working.
parallel it. Just
Work. Where's the work scale?
the work scale. Oh well, obviously the work scale's down there, isn't it?
Oh, okay. Thanks.
It's gonna defuse your joke immediately.
I like this seat. It's nice. I'm not rocking because
Tony's not used to having a seat. Back
Do you
in
need
his
to
house.
wee, Tony? It's like you.
I like it because it's so high up.
It took him ages to get a desk to work at in his room.
I know.
And you still haven't got a decent chair.
Well, yeah, it's all right for me, not for you.
Did anybody actually get the balloon thing on video?
Yes,
that we
I
could-
did record.
You got
it.
some.
So
So
there
we should
is-
put that up somewhere after to give context on this episode.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Absolutely.
we've
But-
got some people with us from the chat as well.
Yeah.
Do you wanna-
Should we
guys
intro-
wanna-
should
do you
we
wanna
introduce
say hello?
them?
Do you
Come
wanna-
along.
Come
Walk
on,
past.
come meet the internet.
Come along. Come along away from the camera.
Come on, pull it.
Was
You
that-
could-
keep going,
that-
keep going, keep going.
Andy RC's biggest fan was there.
Yeah.
Hello.
If you want to cuddle
Come on,
Andy
Gav.
RC.
Come on, Lurgy.
Gav, come on.
This is Gav.
This is
Keep
Gav.
going,
Come on in,
keep
Gary.
going.
More-
Just walk past.
Sit on
Like-
Tony's
Oh,
seat.
Hey.
There you go.
Oh,
You're right,
fucking hell.
Actually.
You snap it.
I immediately regret this decision.
Lurgy from the chat.
Hello. Clive.
Clive. Come on, Clive.
Come say hello.
Come on, come further in,
I
further
did
in.
that.
There he
Angie. Jenny, do you want to say hello? So the reason why we're allowed in here. Biggest
Yes.
estate.
We
If you
did
want
not.
to.
We
Hello
did not
everybody,
bring
it's
the-
been great to welcome these guys to Milton Keynes Makerspace. We'd have a lovely evening.
There you go.
Almost.
I'm surprised nothing's on fire.
You guys can keep flying and stuff.
Yeah, keep
Fly
flying.
around.
Fly in front of the
Fly
cameras and
front
stuff.
round here and
I don't like the.
Keep
I
going.
don't know how the editor will feel about that.
I'll be fine. I'm sure he's had to deal with worse.
Right, Tony. Right, get the old readers on.
The
Yeah.
old
Do you
reason.
want to say hello to everyone in the chat?
Hello, Win. Rob Britton.
I'm in the chat.
Reynolds 81. BOM. Richard Warwick, what's up? Damien Barnes. Ben Sweeney. Ben Giles, hello. Who else? FPVSE, hello.
NQIS, Steve.
NQS Steves, hello.
Right, until I fly what's
Wacky
up?
Wes, Brighton to the West, Jack.
Yeah.
BOM. I think
Ben
we've done
Sweeney.
Ben Sweeney, I think we're done.
Ben Barnes. Richard Warwick.
Numbskull FPV,
Hey,
hello.
Richard.
Anyone else?
No,
Can't
I think
see
so.
you.
I don't know. Drone Racer, hello.
Hello.
Is
Drone
it-
Racer.
yeah, what did you think of the Big Clive Catch 22 Mania? I don't think you've read him.
No. Dave
Lurgy.
Story, hey Dave.
Gobshite. Dono, hello. RDFPV.
FX Node,
Dave Story.
hey. Oh, there's a new one.
Is that a donation? Oh,
Kingy
no.
FPV.
What are you going to do if somebody donates?
Like set his
Tony's going to
hair
drop his
on fire.
trousers. Yeah.
So we both go for each other.
Yeah,
Right.
instantly set each other on fire.
Yeah.
Now, Andrew, talk to us briefly about the regs, the updates. How many days have we got left?
Oh yeah, I
Oh,
wanted to
yeah,
ask
well,
about that.
Shouldn't we be in prison right
Yeah.
now?
Shouldn't every one of these models have a code on the side of them?
Well, we're flying indoors, so we're alright, aren't we?
Right, so we're flying indoors, so we're fine. I think the vast majority of them are sub 250 grams, and even though they have a camera on them, it's before July 2020, so it's fine. Come July, then we will need to have them registered, even if they're under 250 grams, if they have a camera on them. So there's that to consider. But
What if they're
obviously,
not big enough to fit any sort of red logo on though? Do you know what I mean? What would you do? Where would you put it?
it doesn't have to be that big. There's some recommendations somewhere. It's something like
On
3
Janet's hair.
millimeters height text, so that's tiny, and you can put that on anywhere.
But if it's over 250 grams right now, and you're a member of the BMFA, when does that come in? When we have to start putting
So
stuff on?
if you're
What a
So ignore that.
What?
Ignore the safety. Everything is this. That was CGI.
we're
that
proving
was.
how safe they are.
That's true. Tony
Yeah.
just did that on a drone.
Absolutely no worry whatsoever.
Not sure doing
I would happily have any of these fly into my face and not be worried at all.
Apart from that,
Let's test this.
Go for it. Go for
go
it.
on, go for it.
Oh, you get caught with your
The
ear.
pressure got to him, you see.
Yeah.
Shut your eyes.
Gatwick has nothing to
Straight
worry
in-
about.
Into the yeah.
There we go.
Drone attack.
Absolutely fine.
Andy, are you dead?
Not yet.
Wouldn't this be awful if something actually did go wrong and it injured him and then
I know. Blood everywhere.
That's how confident I am.
Mum.
Do you know what they haven't put in the legislation? They haven't actually designated a font for your label.
So you could do.
So
you
that's open. I
It
mean,
just has to be legible.
right.
Oh, it does.
It has to be somewhere accessible without tools or knowledge.
legible if
essentially.
you read Klingon. Think about that.
What about that weird font that's loads of symbols?
Wingdings.
Yeah, wingdings, yeah.
I mean,
Someone
that's
just
the one.
donated.
Oh, hello.
Fire to yourself.
Ben.
Okay, so a drone
Thank
has
you.
to hit one of us in the face every time someone donates.
Lurgy.
Thanks, Ben
this is-
Charles.
this
Lurgy,
might be
can
our
you fly
highest
back
paid-
into Frank's face,
Highest
please?
donated.
No,
ever.
well, anyone.
No, Ben, choose who gets the drone in the face.
Yeah.
Yeah, whoever donated, choose who gets
Yeah.
the drone in the face.
Choose your victim now.
See, you got one.
Oh my god.
This is how safe they are. Someone's going to have no eye.
I'm gonna class this as hate speech if someone chooses me.
Well, Jack's been selected.
Someone fly to Jack.
Someone fly
Jack
to
is
Jack's
designated
face.
target.
Jack's
No,
face,
that's
please. Oh, you did it donate twice? No,
No, he missed.
Oh, he missed. Right, I see.
Does it have to be? Ow!
This is good.
Why-
I like this game.
Why have we been doing this all day?
I hate all of you.
Down there.
What is it?
So why do this stupid podcast?
Oh, I got you.
Ay, ay, ay.
Oh,
Let's take stuff.
suddenly we've got a £10 donation.
There we go.
Thanks, FX Node.
Yeah.
Choose your victim.
Hang on, I need to log into Streamlabs.
Yeah, because you want to donate and
So,
climb
Get your
into
batteries
me.
charged, lads. We're going to be here for a while.
Oh god.
if you're
Read the chat.
if you're a member of the UK Model Flying Associations and you have one of the competency tests, so for the BMFA that is the A test, the B test, or the remote competency thing that I can't remember exactly what it's called. It's rcc.bmfa.org/RCC because it's tidy. Or with FPV UK, then it's the A test, their A test. If you've got those and you've got the membership and you've renewed your membership because that's expired
Yeah. 31st.
yesterday.
Yeah.
But you can be with either organisation. Right?
Either organisation, as long as you've got one of the online competency tests that you've done with one of them,
Fine till
I
July.
haven't done that
then you're
yet.
fine till
What,
July.
without any codes or anything? You don't have to put anything on the model?
Well, that's the thing. So they will be sent out to members of those associations come February, but that's only if you've opted into that system. So if you haven't opted into that system and paid the extra £9
Yeah.
through BMFA or FPV UK,
I'm going to have to watch this back.
then you. Okay.
Tony, is that over 250 grand? No,
Oh.
carry on.
Thank you to FX Node for the £10 donation.
Yeah,
As
thank
hasn't
you.
been said already, very generous.
Thank you.
So you need.
Choose your victim.
Yeah, who gets the drone in the face?
Surely for a tenner you should get that one in the face.
I think then we might be in some trouble. if that was
Jesus
the
Christ!
case.
What is wrong with all of you?
So come July, if it's under 250 grams and it has a camera on, i.e. tiny whoop, anything you're flying FPV, anything with a like Wi-Fi camera on it, whatever. The Mavic Mini, the 249 gram Mavic Mini, all of that, you will have to be a registered pilot. So you're not registering the craft, you're registering yourself, either with the drone and model. What's it called? Drone and model aircraft registration. The long acronym with the CAA.
Yeah.
Or with the BMFA, paying them an extra £9, or paying FPV UK an extra £9. Those are both opt-in things, so you have to actually log in and say yes, I want to opt into those with the BMFA or FPV UK.
So if I want to fly tomorrow, I've got to register. Or, I know, I've got to...
You've got to be a member of BMFA UK
Yeah.
or FPV UK.
Which I always am, yeah.
That will sort you out till. As long as you've got your competency as well, so RCC, the thing that we got
We
you
did
doing
online.
a few
Alright,
weeks
I have
ago.
to do that then.
No, no, you already did it, didn't
Didn't you do that on the show?
We did it on
No, that was me.
I haven't done
we
it.
need to do that.
Yeah, copy my answers.
Don't copy his
I
answers.
no.
Except for the other one.
Don't listen to him.
No.
There's
If-
nothing.
If you've got that and you're signed up, then you're all
fine.
good. You can carry on flying. In February, you'll receive a number which you need to stick on all your craft. Yeah, but
Are they providing like stickers, or you got to make your own up somehow?
I think we're making them up.
Ah.
They've got to be a certain size. And
Yeah, there's a size requirement. But it's like 3mm or something. It's tiny. You can.
Can you just stick it all on your batteries and then put the batteries on your quad, and that's effectively
I
your number on the
don't
No,
battery.
it's
see
got to
him-
be on the craft.
Well,
Has
but
it?
the
Well, it
battery is
still
part of the
is.
craft if you're weighing it. So
Yeah, but that's your fuel tank.
So
isn't
just
it?
everyone stick stickers on their batteries.
there's-
And then when your battery throws in a crash,
Or you
sorted.
lend a battery to your mate.
Yeah, because you'll just put all
And if
the
they
Jack's codes on yours anyways,
Yeah.
won't you, Tony?
And I'll put all of his
I
on.
suppose if that ever went to court, you can say you were flying your battery and it threw the drone.
Yeah.
it.
and yeah, that's the operator ID that goes on the drone, and that's what you're paying the £9 for.
Right.
And you're paying £9 to either CAA, BMFA, or FPV UK. BMFA and FPV UK are actually losing money on that.
Is £8 of that funding coffee and donuts for this new department?
Basically,
Right.
yeah. It's
Disclaimer.
That's just good point. Disclaimer: any views expressed on this podcast by any host or anyone else
anyone,
that
just
shouts something
ignore us.
loudly shouldn't be taken seriously. Ignore us. Get your information from proper sources.
We're all idiots.
Yeah.
You are my proper source.
Right. What would you recommend doing?
Read Hackaday.
Read Hacker. Yeah.
Read Hackaday. I would say sign up with either FPV UK or BMFA. Depending.
Who's your preferred? Personally.
If you have a club near you, I think BMFA is a very good way to go. BMFA is the way to go if you're looking at clubs. It makes sense.
It's more recognised
Um,
across the UK as a.
Racing wise, BMFA
Yeah.
is the way to go. If you're in the middle of nowhere and you just fly with your spotter, obviously, because you wouldn't fly alone, because that would be very
Silly.
illegal. Don't do that.
What happens if you've got no friends and you smell like Tony?
Then you have to pay someone to be your spotter.
Yeah, he's got his dogs.
I don't think they can be classed as competent observers. I'm sorry.
I don't know.
Well, one's really
Especially
blind.
if you put food on it, they'll observe anything.
But yeah, I think if you're not looking at clubs or racing and you're just looking to fly on your own with a mate as your spotter, FPV UK, you might as well save the extra however many pounds. As far as I'm concerned.
Sly Old Fox's comment, I quite like that. I will register my tiny whoop when you have to register to own a knife.
Yeah,
Good point.
yeah,
Good
Very
point.
good point.
yeah. It's
It could be worse though, because like, what's going on with America with the
Oh yes.
FIA?
oh god.
No, that's
Oh,
it's all proposed though, isn't it?
I want
So,
it to just be
yeah,
proposed, and
Andy-
that's it.
Andy has a very good
So
point.
annoying.
So these are proposals, and they need commenting on now. Like we were in this same position 3 or 4 years ago, when the first EASA proposals came out. They were nuts.
Yeah.
Like, they have been watered down heavily to get to the point where we are, and that hasn't just been a case of people going, by the way, those are stupid rules. That's been by the organisations, the BMFA, the Royal Aeronautical Society, FPV UK, all sitting down with the CAA, all sitting down with the EASA, and there's been a lot of work to get them from where they were to where they are now. Like, if you're not happy with having to pay £9 and put your name on a list, you would not have been. You'd have been having a meltdown at what they were when they were first proposed. So having a look at what the FAA is currently proposing, which is something like $5 a model per month
Yeah.
Right.
for
With a
Ridiculous.
speed restriction,
Tracker.
location.
it's absolutely crazy. It's from my point of view, it's very clearly designed to
Get rid
get
of
people. Just, if you're a hobbyist, you go to your model field and that's where you fly,
Yeah.
and you don't fly anywhere else.
Yeah, we're going to build a
Commercial.
cage, we're going to put you in it and
Yeah,
poke
commercial, you pay out the arse to get this, to be able to fly anywhere else. That's basically the current
Let's
proposal.
hope it doesn't go there. We've
Well-
got 5 years to fight it and say stuff, haven't we? So
If you're lucky.
do you
They're
reckon it's gonna
looking
faster
to
than
get this in
5?
2023.
Oh my god, 3 years.
What?
man.
Oh,
So that's not a lot of time, really. It took 5 years to fight our rules back to where they are.
Right, let's dive
You've got
the
a lot
Eiffel
less
Tower.
time in America with the FAA rules,
Before
and
it
they're
all
already
happens.
set up. They've already got a registration system. They've already got people that are working full time on drones in the regulations. So, like, if you're in America, dig out all the stuff on the FAA, comment on it now, email your local politician. I don't know how American politics works. You deal with
Donald Trump.
Probably don't do that. I mean, you can do that, but I mean,
He'll
that's
probably reply.
farting in the wind, I think. But
surely they've wrestled the phone off him by now, haven't they?
I don't think so. No.
but yeah,
The
if
Blackberry.
you're in America, deal with that because that's going to come over here in a bit, I'm sure.
Oh no.
If you look at Germany's rules, they're actually quite similar in what they're already doing, which is pushing a lot of people to model flying sites and making it quite difficult to fly outside of there. So I am quite worried that it's going to come over here, but for the moment, there doesn't seem to be too much of a whiff of that. I think that's been stamped out in the UK as a suggestion.
Andy's
So
going to pass me on my B cert soon anyway.
Am I really?
yeah,
No, how was the joining of the club?
Yeah,
we
it was-
already asked you, haven't we? Did we ask you last
I
week?
can't remember, but no, yeah, it went well. Yeah, I hope to do more fixed wing stuff and just have more space in general. So I joined a local club, and yeah, way more space, lots of trees and stuff to fly around.
He was
so-
already wearing socks above the knee and
Yeah, sandals,
Um,
white socks.
trophy socks.
Trophy, yeah,
Ooh.
champion.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it was good, and I've been in clubs before, and it's just, you know, I think it's good to sort of like learn off people in clubs and stuff as well, as because it's sort of very difficult for people to, you know, if
What
you're
do you
not,
mean? Now that Kim isn't in your club, you won't learn anything.
Was part of the test to join the club a 40-minute chat on two-stroke oil mixture?
No, it wasn't. Funny enough, no. I think the people who've been doing it for years have converted to electric as well, mainly because of the noise and
That's
the oil.
very forward-thinking.
Anyway, NJ,
The clubs
how
I
was
have, it's
rehab
terrible.
anyway? What's it like to be
There's a
out?
question from
Pretty
Richard
good,
Warwick.
yeah. Pretty good.
A question from Richard Warwick. What's the
Cocaine's
question?
How's
delicious.
the guitar pick going in, Joe?
It's going very good. We have sent the final files off to Armatan, and we're just waiting for them to cut the carbon, send it back to us. The rest of the components of the retail kit are pretty much in place now. So yeah, it should be available soon. I can't say any.
Can you
Can't
flash
give you a
us?
date.
Give us a little wiggle.
You've got one here, haven't
Yeah,
you?
I've got it
Yeah,
here.
can you
I've got it
go-
here. Yeah.
Go, go,
go
go.
with it for it.
Right.
Go.
I'll show you
So-
the guitar pick.
It's nice to have NJ back.
It's great.
I thought he absolutely hated it. Oh no,
I
he
think
hates
it's just
me.
you.
I know.
He
Yeah.
doesn't hate any
So,
of
because
us.
you're leaving and leaving us to go
Oh
do
yeah,
some
let's not
silversmithing.
talk about that.
Oh yeah, I know. Well, I've got to go to rehab.
How long? Have you announced that to the viewers? Jack's going to be leaving for a while.
Yeah. Well,
We're going to lose all of our
I don't.
viewers.
I don't know. Oh yeah, what views? I don't know how long I'm. You know, I might be able to work something out. I might be able to leave early, or so. I don't know because I haven't had any actual course details.
So you're going on a
Jack's going
course.
on a course.
Yeah.
Yes. No comments.
It's not a community service, is it?
No,
No.
not yet. Anyway.
Not yet. Could end up in community service.
Yeah.
Right. So here it is in its current form. We're pretty happy with the colour scheme.
It's quite nice.
It's not got enough blades.
Example A: things very inappropriate to fly in indoor spaces.
Don't forget that's only got one rotor for lift,
Yeah.
so it
Very
doesn't need
true.
to be registered.
Well, it is technically a multi-rotor. If you turn it sideways, that is kind of providing some lift.
If you're TikTok,
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Yes, this is
Close up.
pretty much final prototype. How close are we going to have to get here?
Yeah, you can see that good.
About, yeah,
That's
about
good.
there.
About there, so we're fairly close.
But you have to talk down to the mic. You have to talk behind you.
Oh, right, there's the mic. Yeah, so we're pretty much there with that now.
Too fast for indoors.
Yeah, I think you could run it on 2S, but really it's 3S focused. So if this is more of an outdoor,
Yeah.
you could run it indoors.
It's meant to be battling all of these regulations so that
Yeah.
you don't have to jump through these until July.
The regulators won't even know it exists.
Yeah, we are
So
looking
that's
at
small.
an HD version of this as well. That's in development, but even with this, with the Diamond VTX 3S 450 milliamp 75C, that's still just over 100 grams all up weight. So yes, well under the reg.
Yeah,
Very nice.
excellent.
Looks lovely.
Yeah, should be good.
What else is there?
Tony, do you want to talk us through your quads that you were terrorising us with
Where
earlier?
did you get that thing from?
I bought it from someone, obviously.
Yeah.
Is it the iFlight one?
You hold that one up to the camera.
Oh.
Talk us through it.
Oh, I can
Oh,
see
oh,
it.
oh,
man.
I can see it from here. Like.
The arthritis.
You told NJ to go show
Yeah,
it
but
to them.
NJ's got a little one.
Oh, the retrobates have been
Oh
somewhere.
God, what's going on?
What have they been up to?
What do you think?
Sneaking in at the
Oh
back.
right, okay.
I don't,
Say
know
no
what,
more.
I don't know what to say. I flew it in here and it caused a disturbance.
I think that's putting it
Everyone
lightly.
jumped.
It was mildly terrifying, but
It's very loud and it flies like it looks. It's really
Like a
hard
brick.
to fly. Yeah.
I think you were thanked for blowing a lot of the dust off a lot of the shelves that haven't been touched for a few months.
Yes, did do that.
Not so much all of the bags that were flying up in the air that were on the tables when you went.
Should make a nice video though, like a couple of minutes
Yeah, I
video.
look forward to that. Yeah.
What's the final build? Says Dave Story.
To NJ.
Yeah, I think that's to you, NJ.
Final build, as in what? The price or?
Yeah, what's the question about the final build? What did I? Yeah, you'll have to ask again. Give me some context. That's very close to final build, if that's what you were asking. But yeah, we've made a slight modification to the arm ends just to toughen them up a little bit. But this is pretty much it, and it's flying great.
I bet it does.
Yeah, it's a little beast.
Has Jenny discovered why they all smell nice?
has anyone got any New Year's resolutions?
Ah, not this again.
FPV related or otherwise?
Try to tolerate Tony a bit more.
That's not
But you say that every single year.
Yeah, I know,
It's
yeah,
like the
true.
third year in a row.
No.
Try to. Well, he's still here, so you haven't killed each other.
Yeah, I suppose.
FPV related.
I don't think you should have a New Year's resolution because it puts pressure and you never end up doing it, you know.
I think I'm gonna try DJI. I
Yeah.
think I'm gonna go HD with the goggles and stuff.
Oh yeah, you've been costing people lots of money, haven't you?
Oh,
Well,
I was horrified how good that looks.
Yeah. I
It-
should have.
So-
I should have pulled the camera out because yeah, it was the classic reaction of oh wow, yeah. What have we? I think you said what are we doing here?
Yeah,
I think
I
is
like
what you
what.
said.
Yeah.
So what we're talking about here, just to clarify,
Yes.
got Andy to bring along his DJI HD FPV system. So we've been passing that around to everyone and costing them lots of money.
As soon as you put them on, you go, I'm gonna buy it.
That's the problem. You say, you know, it's like everybody's like, don't look through them if you don't want to see it, kind of thing. Yeah.
Could you imagine, like, the smartest person would have been ordered a load of them, went to anywhere, like any meet-up, went, have a look at these, and then just had
Come to the
like
back
a
of my
little
van.
contactless,
Contactless card.
there you go. Did.
I think that system just sells itself. I think, and it just improves as well. I think there's a on-screen display, full beta flight on-screen display
Oh, have they
now.
got that working?
I believe,
Yeah,
yeah.
Kiss has as well
Yeah.
now.
As
Is-
kissed as well.
Is the
That's
iNav one
amazing.
working?
I
I know Fraser
think-
in the chat wants the iNav one working and he won't buy it until that's working. But I
Uh,
know his VRX is dying, so he needs to get something soon.
would say Josh did a video on it all, didn't he?
No,
So what is the price? The UK price? Is there one?
Yeah,
I
I
think
did.
it depends on
I,
the kit, doesn't it?
Zero FPV.
Is that-
Yay.
I did
Oh,
a
man,
video on the cheapest that you can do it, and it came to about it came to the same price as some HDOs, a rapid fire, and like VTX camera. It came to the same price as a top end analog rig.
So I thought the
basically.
goggles were like $5, and then the rest was $150.
They've
Can you
got-
actually get the goggles on their own? I
Yeah.
thought, oh, you
yeah.
can.
If you go on the
right.
DJI store, I think are they $399 something like that. So 400 quid.
So 400 quid, and then
and
the
then
units.
175 for the
I thought it was 150.
$150, 175. Well, it may have changed. I haven't
So
looked
for
a while.
about 650 quid UK, you can fly HD.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got mine on deal from BG, and that was about
You got-
600.
you got a
I
good
great
deal.
but mine was about 600 with 2 air units.
That's for 2A units.
Yeah,
Oh,
so
right.
the deals are there. You just have to have a good hunt for
Because
them.
having that Cinewoop
HD would be brilliant.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
I mean, you could
Especially
drop the
indoor.
GoPro if you want.
Yeah, flying indoors and stuff.
Yeah, for sure.
You got to wonder though how long before the V2 comes out.
Yeah, it's
Well,
been
goggles and stuff.
it's been out for a while now, and I asked them, and they say,
They
"Oh,
won't never tell
we
you.
cannot divulge that
No,
kind of
of course they
information."
can't.
But the fact that they're still working on getting this one up to scratch, I would say they usually work on a yearly cycle. So when did it come out? It was sort of was
Been
it
a year
about
yet?
nowhere near a year.
No.
About September, was it? Something like that. August, September. About then. Someone's tiny whoops just died, I think. What are you doing, Andy?
About the transmitter, I have a crappy radio and I'm
Oh,
thinking about
like-
upgrading it.
Is Andy putting the
Yeah.
the feed of the
Adding
tiny
feeds
whoops on?
into
Yeah.
What was
Okay.
the question, Jack? Sorry.
Is it worth getting the DJI
Oh, you're alright. We kicked you out.
transmitter? I'm so sorry. Hello, double A. I know. I didn't sleep very well. I wasn't very well. The transmitter.
Say again. What was the question?
You
Sorry.
don't need to buy the transmitter, do you?
What are we talking about?
The DJI stuff as well. Someone
You
saying.
don't need to
No,
buy.
no, no, I don't
Anyone
want
wants
to
to
know.
fly
What are you doing?
Right,
If it's
listen.
an LDO,
Right,
go for it.
look. FX Node says, right, what about the transmitter? I have a crappy radio and I'm thinking about the upgrade, or is it probably crap?
Well,
They're all right.
Have you touched it? Yeah, you must have.
the thing about the transmitter, there's one big downside about the transmitter, and that,
DJI made it.
well,
Gimbals?
no, that's a good thing that they did.
Okay.
I think it's amazing that they even considered entering our sector of the hobby. That's my perspective on it, because if not, we'd have, there'd have been no progression, which there hasn't been for a while.
Zero, we're not lucky we're leaving the EU because it means then it's impossible for us to ship anything to us.
That's true.
And
Yeah.
it will just, we'll be like,
You have to have an.
was it Colombia who got like, just having to repair everything and stuff and ostracised by the America, and you couldn't get anything in or out.
I was just telling Gav that we've got the feeds live, so they'll do some flying.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
You see the little
Okay.
track that we've been. Actually, you better see in here.
Get flying. We're streaming.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, you're live.
Yeah. Come on.
live on the interwebs.
What channel are you on? Actually, I can see it up on there, can't I?
Yes.
F4.
Oh yeah.
No, the transmitter does have.
I'm
I'm-
so sorry. Keep yawning.
I'm not sure.
Tony,
if you,
slap me about a bit.
Oh, don't know.
oh my god.
I've been
Actually,
drinking,
Yeah, you have to say that once.
drinking soda and everything.
Wow, that's
and
all.
Smash
it's
it up.
empty anyway. Just-
Right, is that streaming?
Am I doing the track so we can see?
Yeah, go for
Frank
it.
said I could go after after 9.
To answer the question, there's one flaw with the transmitter, and that is that it runs on the same frequency, so 5.8, as the video feed and everything. So if somebody plugs in and you lose your video feed, you'll also lose your control
Yeah,
as
that's
well.
not ideal.
But you could say on the other hand, if you were at the other side of the field, you wouldn't be able to get it back anyways. So
Oh, there we go. We've got a tour going on now.
yeah,
Are you
Good.
coming to America? Brackets June.
here's that
Is
question.
Canada in the EU? No. No, but it is part of the Commonwealth. Is that right?
Sounds reasonable, but I don't think it
Sounds-
really.
They
sounds
have-
right.
I've got the
Our-
Queen on
the
the
Queen's
money
the-
on there.
Yeah.
It doesn't really have any impact on anything though, does it?
Queen's on everything now, isn't she?
No.
Gets about a bit.
Netflix.
That's treason.
Hung, drunk and quartered for that.
Are you coming to America in June? I think that's you, little.
Who are
You are our international.
man of mystery?
No,
Donations that need sorting out.
someone donated a tenner, but they didn't choose who to whack it into.
Win
There's
said.
a note for landing on Andy's hat.
Ah, yeah, go for that.
Yeah.
Landing on Andy's hat.
How
On
much?
the bet.
I want to try and catch you in my mouth.
A little bit of a wobble.
Sorry, Jack.
Was that to me or to Lurgy?
Um,
Come on, I'm gonna.
No, that's Frank's.
No, he's got it.
Forward, forward, forward. Oh, yeah.
Nailed it.
Oh, look.
Oh,
Ben's donated again. No, he hasn't.
Zero's donated on PayPal as well.
Oh no.
Thank you,
shit,
Zero.
Thank you, Zero. What do you want done about that? I have not. It hasn't updated. Oh no, he directs to PayPal.
That's the way to do it.
It bypasses everything.
Bypasses the losses.
You have to if you don't want to use Apple.
Yeah.
So-
And Win has as
so
well.
Zero, you can choose
Win has
a face to fly into
and
win.
yeah. So
Choose your
select
victim.
yeah. Can I try and like bite it?
I think you'll stop the rotor.
Yeah, you might get.
Let me come to you.
That's what she said.
Oh my god.
It's literally see your.
Oh, that was.
See your.
Have you missed it, NJ? Have you missed it? You know what?
What has this podcast become?
I don't know.
That was
Jack was hungry. Sorry.
I'm quite hungry.
Because of the latency,
I didn't know if I
just
got it all the way in.
watching the close-up of going into your mouth is possibly will haunt my dreams for the next few months.
Nightmares, not dreams.
So if you can hover there and I'll just like Scooby snack it. That's where it's at.
Disarm as soon as it goes in his movie.
Yeah. You might want to line of sight this one, mate.
Did we get someone's
Jack is always my first
Do you wanna-
choice. That's Zero.
Zero? Right, can you fly into Jack's face?
Well, it's literally flying into his face now.
Oh fuck.
Have they got live feed as well?
Oh,
Yeah, they got
we've
live feed.
Yeah.
So make the most of it.
this-
Should we go get a good run at?
Yeah, get a run up. Oh my god.
Oh, and he does the
Who
gate.
else is flying?
Oh!
There's one.
Ow!
Right on the bomb.
Right.
Well done, people.
Stop.
If that leaves a mark, there could be liable.
I'm suing.
That's brilliant.
Was that you, Gav?
Who do you sue though? Because do you sue the person who donated, the person who flew into you?
Ow.
Oh, we gave them permission.
Someone was flying into Frank's
We're just
ass.
literally showing you
How safe
how
these
safe
things
these
are.
are.
Oh,
It's
that's the
all
same
me.
one. You don't want that.
Yeah, except when they go full whack.
Look, Ben
No,
Jones, donation.
stop donating, you prick.
Donation for Jack to order me a hoodie. You can order it if you go on.
There's the shop.
The shop.
Yeah, but he can't take any money for some reason.
Yeah. We'll get back to you on that, Ben Joel.
Then just email me brightontilifly@gmail.com. Let me know a size,
Oh!
and then I'll get it pre-made.
Play back to you. Cheers, big boo.
Logie,
Yeah? Hang on,
I'm hungry.
I'm coming back.
I'm hungry. He's hungry for whoops.
Who are you flying into now?
Right,
Oh,
just-
you're going to eat it?
Stay there.
So it's scary, it's naturally back away.
Wait,
Wait for it.
Someone
wait
call
for
a
it,
dentist.
I like the way my lip
Jack,
blows
look.
up.
Look, Jack.
Like your lip.
Only
This
on
has got to be the new way to do dental inspection.
Oh my god.
But
Just email that to
I
Jack's
think,
dentist.
I think that might have been a world
I'm
record.
friends with my dentist. I can send it to him if you want.
I thought you were going to say her.
No, he's a good guy, man. Bought him a bottle of wine for Christmas.
Oh, this is Double O saying, didn't really get a straight answer. Are you bringing LDO to 2020 IO? Ah. I want to go.
Can
Jack?
do if you want.
What is that? What is that?
Multi GPIO. So
Hey, Curry Kitten in the chat.
It's got
Hey.
Boo!
So multi GPIO have about 6 different
Someone fly into
FPV
Clive,
tracks
please.
that they run
Yeah, Clive, you got to sit here, mate.
consistently, and they've got like a QR system, and you like tag in and out and
Ah,
into
okay.
different races.
Do you
And
That sounds
we
interesting.
Save up and go. Who would like to go? I'd go.
We can do. Do you want to budget
the thing
it?
is,
Figure it
I
out.
saw
Yeah, why aren't you here?
Turn that down.
I saw Miss Creatures feeds from it,
We've got a donation
It
to
looked
someone to
very
fly
hot
to Clive.
and full of like mosquitoes and things, and that's not my
Bad
that's not
news,
my
Clive.
Not
deal.
your bag.
No.
Well, I'd like to go. Maybe.
Gav, do the honours.
Say
Let's
hello.
quick. Just set him up behind you, Jack.
Donation orders.
Yeah, well, when Clive comes back.
Where's Clive? Has he done a runner?
Oh, hey,
Someone's donated to fly into your face.
who, me?
Find
Okay.
Clive.
Yes.
Clive. Here you go, mate.
I need to. Oh, there you go. Sit on
Take
the
the hot seat.
chair.
Take Jack's seat.
It's Clive from the chat, everyone.
Thanks so much, Ben.
There you go, Ben.
Oh, that really pushed out. Sit back down, Clive. That wasn't your face, mate.
Well, it does say just to fly into Clive, so I think that was fulfilled.
Jack's just annoyed that everyone's gone full pelt.
I know.
Double
Like,
A says it's from whoops to mega class. Yeah, I think we should go, Joe. Have a nice trip to America.
I'm delicious to mosquitoes, though. That's the only like, I am.
Well, there is a lot of you to get all faced on.
I know, yeah, I am like, you know, an American to fast food. Subscriptions.
So, trying to think of something else. I mean, we've had the FPV crawlers and you've had your interceptor going around, right?
Yeah, I think, you know, speaking of the future and stuff, I definitely think into 2020 that's where things will. I think we'll see more ground-based and different types of RC. I mean, the interceptor is it just came out of nowhere. You know, nobody asked for it. It just. I think, you know, people saw, and I think DJI have filed for a ground-based car.
The latest patent looks very interesting.
Yes.
Looks a bit
Yes.
moon rover
it
type
does,
thing, doesn't
but,
it?
yeah, like the
What
Mars.
did fly just donated to fly into Tony? Didn't say face.
Dave,
No, not into my face.
Dave, can you fly into Tony's face really fast?
Oh, he's just taunting you, Tony. He's taunting you.
Gav,
Lurgy.
Gav,
Lurgy.
right into his face.
Oh no,
Yeah, close your eyes, Tone.
Fucking hell.
I wish
That
I
is the best £1.99 I've ever spent.
I so wish I was filming that. That would be
Yeah.
amazing.
Oh,
I tell you what, that.
That in slow-mo would look great.
Oh man.
I felt it was in slow-mo for me.
Shall I try and get it? Shall I try and get a slow-mo of it?
No, I'm not doing it again.
Oh, donate again. NJ, donate, mate. Just put that one there. There you go.
Yeah.
Super chat. Select who you want.
It feels a bit like prostitution. This almost.
Yeah.
Like,
We are donating to ourselves. It's a bit weird.
that's true.
I do that
Just
most
donating
nights.
to YouTube, essentially. But
Gav, you can have one of my batteries if you want.
That's what Dave's having a quick go. You know.
Oh, Dave, don't let me down.
Right, I've got slow motion going on here. Right, hang on.
No one's donated, so no, it's not happening.
No, NJ has. I don't know what you're on about.
Right, got slow motion going.
Why into me again?
Done.
No, all the way from the
I
back.
need some glasses.
Wait. I need to get my slow-mo up. Hold on.
Now I look like. Oh my god, you're blind.
Where's slow-mo on this thing?
Where are you?
No,
Oh my
no.
god, I can see two. Right, it's pretty painful.
Hang on.
I can't see. Oh, that hurt, that one.
Alright, hold on. Right. Okay, I'm super slow-mo. Hold on.
I'm doing it again.
I donated. I'll get my money's
He's
worth.
donated.
Do you want my glasses again?
Right.
you're only showing your eyes, Tony.
This is not the same.
Save the quadrants on the floor.
No, not my forehead.
Yeah, here we go. Alright, let's do it.
Oh, that's scary. No more.
Oh, Tony.
Right, stop donations. End the stream.
I tell you what, your shaved head is like Velcro. It was impossible to get that hood.
No, you just try to see me trying to put jumpers on.
Someone
enough of that.
asking for a rescue down there, I think. Right, but in terms of...
Oh, fail.
In terms of the overall goal of today, of getting a team game going, this isn't quite how I imagined it ending up.
Still a team game,
It is still a team game.
and it became sort of a betting game in the end
Yeah.
as well.
But we did eventually have a game. I think it can be counted as a game.
Yeah.
NJ and Andy won 3-0 to
No,
me and
you
Dave.
got one. You
Did
got
we?
one. Yeah.
3-1.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, you did.
You
get,
did get
Okay.
one. I mean, it drifted by itself.
I
into their goal.
I didn't count that one, can I just say? But fair enough, I'll let you have it.
I think there's something to it.
Definitely.
I think it needs a bit more working on. I think maybe it should be on the ground rather than on a table.
I think we can agree we had a lot of fun doing it, though, right? It was fun.
Yeah,
I think weighted down seemed to work better.
yeah, I think so.
Oh, Mega Brenda's in the chat.
Yeah, the underlying goal is to try and get this to be Rocket League with drones, isn't it?
Still,
Yeah.
Which I think
Decos
will be awesome
said
fun.
this is the best episode ever.
They're always the best when we get together, I think.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to
Who-
say when
who
we
do
get
you want-
abusive.
Who do you want? Who do you want to get flown into? NJ hasn't had one yet. Just saying.
Does NJ deserve one?
Do you know how much this face is insured?
It is, isn't it? It is.
There'll literally be a lawyer come running up the stairs if you do that. I
know.
really wouldn't.
You signed the signing in sheet, and then I instantly went.
Did your signature?
I was like, that's worth money now.
Double A wants to know how do people play if they want to play the team game at home. So
You need
You need
balloon?
helium, is what you need.
Helium helps.
yeah, we had
you don't have to have helium.
Can we have a balloon between us to do the outro?
Oh, you mean
Is that
one up,
alright?
there's one up there.
what do you mean a balloon as in
This isn't a neutrally buoyant one, though, is it?
to
No.
make your
So-
voice go funny?
So we had a helium balloon
Shoot the end off.
and we weighted it down. So we had a bit of ribbon on the bottom with a bit of tape and a bit of paper so that we could rip off a bit of paper, a little bit more bit of paper just to get it neutrally buoyant. We had
Jack, your teeth's gonna come out.
a big
mate.
old workbench with the balloon, the neutrally buoyant balloon sat in the middle, just lifting off a little bit. And we had
That
Two
ceiling
burgers.
tastes awful.
we had two people at each end, flying.
Hello, Tony.
You sound the same.
Yours was the purple bladed one. What one is it? It's an
Hello, Tony.
Okay, someone in the chat asking.
Just get the pot, bring the bottle.
Yeah.
Literally, look, I'm
That
going to
so
get the
didn't
bottle.
work.
my
I'm so sorry, Frank.
Hold on, let's do this properly.
How much did you
We had,
I don't know. But
That was a
no,
bit-
no, I can't
No.
fit out the thing, you
Come
arsehole.
on, just suck
I need
that.
another.
oh, don't be daft.
That was
need
a
a
Don't
balloon.
do that.
No.
You will
No.
cause some damage to your
Lungs,
your
yeah.
lungs. Don't do that.
Yeah.
That
I need
There's
a.
another balloon up there.
No, I just need a blank balloon.
Oh yeah, this is what we're doing essentially.
Yeah, there you go. That's an example.
So we had that.
Can you
This
give
is
me
a bit too buoyant. We had like tape on the bottom as well to weight it down. So yeah, we had that kind of sitting in the middle of the table. Two people at each end, flying line of sight with like tiny whoops, and just bashing it to one end of the table or the other. If you got it to the other team's sides, then and it fell off the table, then you won.
And you won, yeah. I think some of it's actually on your Insta, isn't it, Tony?
Did you do a story out there?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, cool. So, Tony,
What's your Instagram?
what's your Instagram, Tone? Everyone can go and watch what we're
Can't
doing.
remember.
Is it at My Little Tony? Please
Isn't
say
it mountain bike Tony or something now, isn't it?
What is it?
And
Why is
Mount me, Tony.
Isn't it
It's
MTB
not that one, Jack.
What's he
Jesus,
doing?
did you say that?
It's not that kind of podcast, Jack. I know we get donations and all.
Find me and read it out. I
It
can't remember.
is
There you go.
Tonestar _ FPV _
MTV.
DB.
MTB was that?
Yeah.
So that's Mike Tango Bravo
Yes.
Yes.
or mountain bike.
Yes.
Somehow.
Well, I like FPV and I like mountain biking, so I
Yeah.
post
Why not?
things on there.
Yeah. You could probably do the same thing with a just a regular balloon with regular air, But the benefit of doing it this way is that there's a bit in the middle that you can actually hit without just immediately sinking to the ground or messing up your flight controller. Because turns out flight controllers don't like pushing balloons around. Just go with that today. It doesn't work.
Right, because it's trying to react to.
Because it just
also
kind of
gets sucked into
Everyone
the
say
balloon.
hello to MC Creations.
Hey, MC Creations.
MC. Mr. Fruitcakes is in the chat as well.
Happy New Year, everyone.
Oh yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
Mr. Freakcakes.
Yeah.
That happened.
There's a person under the stairs down there.
Just some random person hiding.
Someone broke in. Oh, I just heard something break.
Who's under the stairs? Show us.
Who's under the stairs?
Who's Lurgy?
He's gone now.
Oh, don't say things like that. I don't want to be murdered.
It's the ghost of the
Yeah.
Hackspace.
Hackspace Ghost.
Yeah, I think we should try again somewhere, somehow, somewhen.
Can we do it more than once a year at the beginning of the year and then give up?
Yeah. Well, I mean, there is still mini air show.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there's that thing.
I mean,
How
we've got like a ridiculous sized tent for that this year.
are we allowed to podcast there though?
I mean, honestly, I think the whole event is going to be too big to police. I think you're going to be able to do whatever you want if you get far enough away from anyone.
Disclaimer.
Tell people that.
So,
I'm in charge, bringing a gun.
I don't. Not a real gun.
Oh, again, not
BB, but no. He would never do that. Don't say I'm going to go to an event and I'm going to bring a gun for legal reasons.
Okay.
yeah, so
You're an idiot. Don't listen to him. He's got a carer.
I reckon we'll have a fair old space at Mini Air Show in the tent where we can probably fly a bunch of tiny whoops. FPV might be an issue, so I think probably we'll do similar to last year, buy a bunch of the E-Sheens, get them along, and this sort of stuff could be really good.
Well,
I'm
I don't know
hoping we'll
whether
get
Lurgy
Lurgy
wants-
back doing more stuff with the
Do you wanna
tiny
fly one
wings
of your
and
wings
stuff.
across?
Yeah, do you want to fly your wing around?
My
if you get
batteries are
battery?
over there if you want. If you want to use one of mine.
Andy?
They're in the charger.
Has there
Bye,
been
Lewis.
So what, hang
a
on,
date
okay.
set, Andy, for
RC
Mini
Lab
Air
Bottom.
Show?
Yeah, Mini Air Show is all booked in. I mean, it's a week later than it was last year because they've moved around bank holidays. Don't worry about it. But it's 16th and 17th of May, I believe.
There's already a link from Richard
Thank you,
Warwick
Richard
in
Warwick.
there. There you go.
Yeah, miniairshow.co.uk. That's all happening. Admittedly, I get to have a bit of a year off this year, so I'm not too involved. It's all going ahead without me, which is nice for a change. I get to do this instead.
Get to play.
Get to play. Do a bit of flying, maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
Who's in charge?
Popham are basically going ahead with it. So this was kind of how Mini Air Show ended up at Popham, was that they wanted to do their own model air show because there used to be a model air show just down the road. That died like 10 years ago, and no one at Popham was really kind of brave enough to just kind of do it. So they gave us space and money to run something, and it all be on us if it all went wrong, essentially. They looked at us and went, "Oh, that was easy. We'll do that." So now they're happy. Kind of running it themselves. So Popham will, probably from next year, it will probably just be a Popham model air show, and Mini Air Show will reconsider what we do because there's still a bunch of volunteers all very keen on the FPV community. I think it will be a lot harder to incorporate the FPV community the way that the Popham model air show is going to have to grow in order to pay for itself. So I think we're probably going to be looking for somewhere a bit quieter that we can sneak off. But you know, we've had a lot of support from them. We've had a lot of money from them. They've made the events happen the past couple of years. It's been great. You know, having all that space to play with, having all the resources to play with. You know, we wouldn't have had those marquees. We wouldn't have had the power. Like,
Screens.
absolutely.
Sound.
We've been able to worry about the interesting things, the fun things, getting people on board, getting the stuff going on there, instead of having to worry about, oh, is our cash flow going to work? or is our, are we going to be able to get a marquee on site? Are we going to be able to do any of the stuff? And we can not worry about the infrastructure and actually worry about the events. So we've learnt a lot, and I look forward to doing something somewhere else, hopefully a bit more.
So stupid.
Hopefully with a bit more kind of going on.
This is mutually
Try
buoyant.
again. Will it on? Yeah. Off you go.
Fly slower, Gav.
There you go, that's worked.
Slower.
Right,
No.
subscribers on the side.
Yeah. Hang on.
You need longer string. You need longer string.
It's the wing FPV, yeah. It's the wing.
Yeah, it is, yeah.
I'm flying at line of six, you can't see anything when you go to
You're
fly.
coming through on the feed though.
Yeah, hopefully.
Yeah, man. Whee. That's cool, that
Oh, yeah.
I think them batteries are a bit big for it.
Yeah.
It was in the other wing.
We've been on here an hour, should we say
What's
goodbye?
he written
Yeah,
on
I'm
there? What's he written? You can't see.
I'm joking, by the way.
What's it? You can't see what it says. Like, little light.
Subscribe and donate.
Nearly ended the stream.
Can you imagine if it done that?
ESC reset. Excellent.
It's always good.
Always a good sign.
Right, so I think it's about time to.
And on that note,
And on
Yeah, on that
note,
bombshell,
Go, Gav.
I think we'll wrap up and pack up and
No worries. Yeah, thank
let
you.
everyone go home.
yeah.
Thanks to all our subscribers, everyone who donates, and especially our Patreons. Happy New Year, everyone.
Yeah, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Thanks to everyone. We miss you, Curry Kitten. Sorry you're not here. Big shout out to Make Me. Is it Make Labs? Is it the
The MK Makerspace.
MK Makerspace? Jenny for letting us in. Andrew / Frank for organising it. Andy RC for actually leaving his house. Well done.
Thank you.
Tony will follow me to the end of the world because he loves me.
I just love your joke.
Yeah. Congratulations on getting out of rehab.
That's on the internet forever.
If anyone wants to make a GIF of that and send it to me, I will.
Where's over
I'll,
it? Cool.
I'll add that to my special collection. I'm Bright to Fly. Thank you.
Oh, FX and Odie's just donated a tenner.
Oh
In the face.
no! Who gets it? Who gets the plane in the face? Of course, me. Yeah.
Thank you very much for the donation again, FX No.
Thank you.
Do you want to read out
thanks
everyone
for all
who
the
has
donations.
donated quickly?
You've just gone too far now.
I don't know. There's that.
Oh,
FX Node.
Sorry.
Ready.
Sorry about
Donated
that.
twice, thank you very much, FX No. Ben Giles, thanks for 2 lots. Right to the Fly, NJ, thank you. Steve Cos.
That's us, Tony. Back
Yeah.
to Lifeline.
Yeah.
Thank you and good night.
Cheers, guys.
Good job.
Where's the stop button gone?
Up, higher.
Stop.
What?
Scroll up. Huh?
No,
Weird.
they've changed it
Another
again.
classy ending to our podcast.
Just rip the thingy power lead out.